like to cover, and again, as it's my habit, I just get swayed from here to there because some things are so interesting. So I will tell you on the way without wasting any more minutes that what got me entrapped. Okay, so I thought that last time I shared this quote, and I thought that for every presentation, I'll just put it over there because I just call it portfolio pathway journey. It's a long process. The routine housekeeping rules and disclaimer. And please, I repeat again and again and again, every question has got an answer in these four, or maybe in GMC guidelines. And standards are again for CIPs. And I got few questions that how to map your evidence. You know that mapping tool is also available. So if you just go to the Royal College and just ask them that, just Google the search that how to map your evidence as per your GMC. So there is a template. So you can just copy and paste that template, and you have to submit that document. Initially, previously, it was not really required, but then the issue was that GMC advisor had to do that, and sometimes things could take a lot of time. So better and best thing is to do it via yourself in the best possible way. And you can find that. Just Google that mapping the evidence template, CIP, and Royal College of Pathologists and GMC, it will show. And the good thing about this evidence mapping document is that they have given you the commentary also, that they have given you an example that how to write the commentary, that CIP3, what evidence you are providing and how to map. I would suggest over here that if you can just write the document number also, from the start when I told you that please organize your evidence and name your document as per the number. So you can just start by this, that CIP3 and then 1, 2, 3, and then the document name. That would make your life very easy from the start. Because the funny thing is not funny, I would say interesting thing is that today when I was looking at the SSG guidance, and it was showing that starting from organizing and submitting. So it's really very important that how you should know that how to submit and how to organize. And this is the commentary and the document. Okay, so today I'm going to cover how to show your evidence of management and leadership, and then teaching and training, and then I think communication with the colleagues. So let's start with management and leadership. And this is the one of the GMC guidance. It's the generic guidance. And it will show you, if you can just go through that, and it will show you, or you can just take, from what I'm presenting, that how to show your evidence. So it's not only that you should be the head of department or the deputy head or the leader or the clinical lead or lead of a certain program or something. So you can show your management, because people do get confused or they do get apprehensive that, oh, I'm not a lead of any subspecialty, or I am not the lead of any, screening program, or maybe immuno lead, or maybe, the deputy, or maybe anything. So how should I show governance lead or something, digital pathology lead? I am the digital pathology lead. So if you are not, it's still very easy. So employment issues, teaching and training. So if you can just make a rota for your colleagues, not even junior doctors. So small teams, because these problems arise where you are working in DGH or a smaller team abroad. So how to show that? You can just make a rota for your colleagues. You can make a training and teaching exercise for your juniors and show that. How to plan, how to use, how to manage. Even if you have sent an email or a letter, that I think that this is the best use of immunohistochemistry or special stains, or our resources, that how to develop, like for example, these days some new doctor joins your department, so you can just volunteer that I would just show them. I would help in the induction exercise. So you have to get, I always say, for the interview also, you have to get yourself out. For this also, you have to get yourself out. For portfolio pathway, for the deficient areas, I won't say that, okay, try. But these habits and these things, again, not only for portfolio pathway, but these are lifelong habits, and this will help you throughout, not only your in your workplace. Aren't we managing what to cook today and what to not to cook today, and asking the advice of the people around us in the home, and someone is going for groceries. So this is all management, and how to plan and manage. So how to help and develop. But important thing over here is that it should be high quality. The evidence may be less, but it should be high quality. So it's not that, oh, you advise a certain thing to one colleague and other thing, but it's like just giving them simple. So many things are going on in the workplace. Many things are going on. So how to best manage and give the evidence. So always write an email. Always write for the evidence purposes. Always write it should be a documentary evidence. So verbal advice, and I'm sure all of us are doing it in day-to-day basis. And if we are kind of, slightly kind of, what should I say, that you have got a worm in your brain. I'm just translating. So you will not stop yourself. Day before yesterday, I read one thing and it was so nice that if the standard which you walk past by is the standard you accept. So if something is happening wrong in your department and you accept that, that is wrong. So you should get up, you should talk about it, not fight, but just provide your opinion. And don't say that, oh, it is going wrong. I always say people go and tell the problems to the leads or, senior management. I always say that please provide one or two viable solutions also. You have to go on emergent leave. Just say that I have already talked to a colleague and I have already asked them to cover it. And now can you give me the leave? So the head of department or the person who is managing the rota, they will not think twice. Similarly, if you have got any issue, if you provide one or two viable solutions, I'm just giving this advice. This is a very generic advice. This was given to me maybe 2011 or 12, way back, by a very senior person of our department. She was the chair of the department. So she said that you will never get a no. Just give advice. So how to plan, how to manage the resource. So don't say that, it's very easy to be picky and say that, oh, this thing is going wrong and this thing is going wrong. But how to improve that, if you say this is going wrong and then the solution, that if what do you think, it might be accepted, it might not be. But for me, I think 99% of the time people do accept that, okay, or at least they accept that, yes, there should be an alternate solution. So anyways, so how you can provide, this is again a continuation of GMC document, not Royal College, and responsibilities related to employment issues. So if a person is coming for induction, you can just go and do give a tour and give it in writing that, oh, the person is coming, should I? So I am I assure you that the other person would be ecstatic if you give that, I will do that for you. So people are very busy in their life and they have got loads of things to do. So yesterday we are having, a new limbs in our department. So yesterday one of the Canadian, the person who were employing the new system, so they were asking, we said that, can we see the other trust reports and can we work on that? He said, believe me, you will have your own work so much that you won't. So the person who is doing the induction for doctors or new FYs, day-to-day basis, they are not really, happy or do it leisurely. So if you put out yourself, you just volunteer, they will be there, and you can just put it for your own evidence. So teaching and training, planning and using and managing resources. So even simple things, that how to manage digitally, scanned slides. So I will give you an example that for melanoma second opinion science, we used to use a paper form. So I've just asked that, no, let's just go for the digital system, ask each other, send email, reduce paper. Similarly, for breast performers, we were using histology. No one was using that form. So 3 papers were used with each breast specimen. So I've asked them that just use macroscopy. So it's not like that I have to still show the evidence and I have to still, but I'm just giving the advice and getting it done. And it's better for the environment, it's better for the department, it's better for us. And because the secretaries had to have reduced scanning, papers to scan. So how to raise and act on concern, how to develop and improve services. So people say, oh, I'm not a leader. Oh, I'm not a manager. How should I show? So there are many ways to show. And I repeat, it should be high quality, maybe one or two things only. But if the quality is high for your evidence, that is the best thing. So developing, managing high quality service, because this first sentence puts us off. That how can do? No, you have to deliver a high quality service throughout your workplace experience. Even if you are working in non-NHS, non-medical field, you have to deliver a high quality service. Even if you go to a restaurant, the person have to give the high quality service. Maybe they a waiter and then so you can just show the evidence. And letters and emails. So emails are very useful, I would say. And if you know, print email and print to PDF and save. And then rota and leave covers. So you can always send the email that in COVID, it was very helpful that how to manage. And the leave cover, because again, I think it's still going on, how to manage sick leave, how to manage this. And management training course certificates. So always for each, CIP or each evidence, you can always provide the course. And it's not again mandatory to do a course which is paid. There are many courses which are free online available. And you get amazed. Like day before yesterday, there was NHS England job planning workshop, and it was completely free. So I did that how to plan the job for consultants, although I don't have to do that, and I might not have to do that in future also, but why not? Just to get an idea, just to get the gist that how the things are happening in NHS or otherwise. So you can always get those kind of courses, those kind of things, and in the free resource environment. And again, it's of most value when personal contribution to a meeting. So what we do is that we put up our meeting minutes. That's it. No, even if meeting minutes do not show your personal contribution to a specific case, what you should do is that you should provide the meeting minutes. And if the highlighting the relevant part is not there, write a reflection, please. That you were the histopathologist, you were presenting, or you were discussing with your senior colleague who was presenting, and then you give this idea. And then again, an example, and it's a real life example that one of the patients were having metastatic to breast, and it was CDX2 positive, and only CDX2 positive and CEA positive. And we did not millions of, I was saying millions of stains. So we did a lot of stains. And I just said during the meeting that, has anyone done any CT or those things? So they said no. And then it was discussed in 3 different MDTs. And finally, it turned out to be colorectal tumor, primary. Just imagine. It's a very rare thing, but it happened. So you have to do that. And then if I say that if I write it down in email to the clinician, to my fellow histopathologist, that would be very helpful, actually. Okay. So high quality evidence for all of the CIPs is always preferred to large amount of low quality evidence. So only attendance confirmation is not, it might be enough, but I think better to put it in that way. And you can always ask your senior people to just give you a letter that you have been doing. Okay, so reflective practice. So I think now we are clear about how to provide evidence for leadership and management. And even if you are not a manager and if you're not a leader designated, every one of us is a manager and is a leader in our personal lives and in our professional lives. So we can do that very easily. And I would say that behave like the one, please, because that is helpful for you in and for your patients and for your colleagues around you. And what we unfortunately, in our minds is that once you have got a designated leadership role, it's like you sit back and relax and drink coffee and make others work. So this is, what movies show. So this is not the leadership actually. And there is a very nice book, Leaders Eat Last, for I think that's Simon Sinek's. So if any one of you is in the reading habit, please do read that. It's very, very, very nice book. So, okay, reflective practice. So you need to know. And if you remember last time told you that there are few things are should, few things are must. So must is like mandatory. And the first line, applicants should. So the SSG guidance document, and if you see that it has written in bold that applicant must provide or applicants should provide. So you can always go back and see that what are the must things you can't miss from your application. Okay, so reflections again, high quality, please. And how to do that? I'm getting so many messages about that how to do, because we are not, trained from here. So it does happen that we do get a bit confused about these terminologies and how to show that. So how to show your reflective practice that you are a reflective doctor. So mature and when I was reading, so this was the time when I got swayed away, and when I was reading this, it was such a nice thing. I'll show you a toolkit also in the coming slides. That why reflection is important. So, what does it mean to be a reflective practitioner, and why should we reflect actually? And a mature approach to the practice. Number one, you see, immaturity is the one thing that we say, oh no, we don't know, we don't want this. And there is a certain thing coming or certain thing happening, or so we always, resist and react. We don't reflect. So mature approach to practice and ability to learn. So we should be lifelong learners and adapt to different situations. And this is not from my side actually. This is from Royal College. That why we are giving this, why we should be a reflective practitioner. And for the interview series and for this, I can't repeat it enough that it's not only for your portfolio pathway, it's not only for your interview job. I got a message day before yesterday by two of the people actually that they got jobs in different trusts, and they were happy that and I got again a bit, I got a very high feeling of high. All the dopamine and endorphins were high in me that they saw the videos and they got, help from that. So literally, I never go back and see that who's commented and who's that. The day before yesterday, I went back to my videos and saw that there were few comments on interviews. So over here also, it's not only for your please portfolio pathway, not only for your interview, not only for your current working practice or making you a very nice person in view of other people's eyes. Please try to develop this, and this is very important for us. We are human beings and we do make mistakes. So reflection is, and then people put down others, they point fingers, they reprimand that the person who has made a mistake. That should not be our attitude. That should never be our attitude. Unfortunately, we will get, and we do get, but it shouldn't be us doing that. That's my point. We can't control others, but we can always control ourselves. So always adaptability, ability to learn, and mature approach of practice. So reflective practice in your routine life, day-to-day life, that if something goes wrong, eh, because again, we are having a blame culture that suddenly, something goes wrong. It's our instinct, human instinct, and to blame the circumstances, blame the person, blame the head of the department, blame the colleague, that, oh, this happened at home also. If you have, I don't know, but I do get that one thing gets wrong and my kids always blame each other. They are the person who did that, and because of them this happened. So approximately 10 detailed reflections could be used to demonstrate skills along a range of clinical, lab, and managerial scenarios. But I would say that wherever you find there is some deficiency or something, like last time I said that workplace-based assessments, because we are not doing it in our routine, we are not CCC. So if you can write one reflection for each, so for that purpose also you can write for clinical, for lab, and for managerial scenario. And then on cases that influenced your work or learning process. So this is very useful.